purchase decision involvement. So Mittal, one author, he developed a scale in 1989. So he has done the process. There is a scale development procedure, separate procedure. He used the scale development procedure, validation process. Then only a scale is getting developed. Okay. So finally, he says these 4 statements, which are bipolar. I would bipolar adjective. In making decision selection, how concerned? Not at all concerned. Concerned, highly concerned. So he created a kind of bipolar scales. So any concept, they try to give a definition for the concept, then theoretical definition is available. Based on that, they are doing a data collection process, then analysis, then fine tuning, then a scale is there. Again, if I take another scale, purchase involvement. For purchase involvement, there is a scale item by a group of statisticians or authors. They used 33 statements. And the 33 statements they use it. Another person, they use modified consumer involvement profile. Another person, arousal seeking interest. By seeing advertisement, I get motivated to buy product. Arousal seeking. If I want to measure any concept, there is a scale. Even the particular concept may be, you may think that it is very remote, but still somebody would have studied. So every concept, there is a scale availability. So you cannot use your own statements in the PhD thesis. If you use your own statement, then it is not a scientific process. So scale development is a scientific process. That itself is a PhD. So scale development itself is a PhD work. So they attempt all this process and finally they develop a scale. So there is a domain, scales, almost for everything, retail store image. Don't create your own statement. So they say that these are all the retail store image, and they denote, they say that these are all the items which are required remote storing, and the shopping environment, and the promotional pricing. So these are all the domains, subdomains they consider. Retail store image, another person retail store image, general store attribute, appearance related, salesperson related. So he has developed a scale based on 3 dimensions. Okay. So different authors, they have made lot of efforts to define a concept. Then they try to get into a mode of developing scale. So scale development is a separate domain of PhD. Okay. So don't attempt of creating your own scale. If you do your own scale, purchase involvement, I would like to purchase, I will do purchase, definitely I will buy. These things are wrong. To take it granted, wrong. If the thesis goes to US, they will crash you into pieces. This is not a scientific way of defining the idea, because scale development is having a long process. So there is a textbook, almost open source. I could see this 3rd edition too. Now I could see that almost 13th edition, 14th edition, the scale books are available. Okay, you can see the domain. These are all the causes. Need for scales related to consumer opinion, scales innovativeness, consumer social influence, values related things, attitude related things, product retention, involvement. So different domain, the different authors, they compile from different journals, they create a handbook of scales. So there is a textbook called the handbook of scales. This handbook of scales, different authors, they have compiled from different sources. So try to download these scale books, 4 or 5 scale books you try to download. Use only this scale book for when you are using multi-item measures. So satisfaction, I am not using one statement to define what is satisfaction. I use multiple statements for defining what is satisfaction. So the idea is, say for example, what is my job satisfaction? If you ask me what is my job satisfaction, one item statement is a misleading information. So instead of asking one statement what is job satisfaction, I am trying to understand what is my job satisfaction. Venkatesh, are you happy with your peers? Strongly agree, or highly happy, moderately happy, something. Then, are you happy with your infrastructure? Are you happy with your students? Are you happy with your administration? Happy with promotion, environment, library facility, amenities, portals? So I put 7, 8, 9 statements. The 9 statements you are trying to infer. It is not measuring. You are trying to infer whether I am satisfied with my job or not. So instead of asking, Venkatesh, are you satisfied? One statement, you are putting some 7, 8 statements, then you are defining. This is the process they have used for scale development. So scale is a kind of indirect measure. They call it as, there is another word called a constraint. So when we use the word constraint, satisfaction is a constraint. What is the meaning of constraint? 5, 6, 7 statements or 4 statements. Construct what is satisfaction. So satisfaction is not a one line. Satisfaction is measured by satisfaction with the student, satisfaction with the classroom, satisfaction with the promotion policy, satisfaction with the infrastructure. So I measure satisfaction as a 360 degree. That means I should have a conceptual definition for satisfaction. I should have a theoretical definition for satisfaction, operational definition for satisfaction. So satisfaction, we have faculty member satisfaction is defined as his satisfaction towards students, his satisfaction towards peers, his satisfaction on evaluation of his own self, growth possibility, promotion possibility, monetary benefits. That means I have my operational definition for satisfaction. Based on the operational definition, I am framing the statements. Okay, that is how the textbooks, they have done research, people done research and they developed the scales, and that is used to publish in some sources, at least 1 or 2 journals. From those journals, the people compile. So it is a compilation of some 3,000, 4,000 journals. Okay, so this kind of analysis they have done and published as a textbook, handbook of scale. So try to download as a researcher, the first step, download, go through the textbook. Because, for example, if I go through the measure, when I go through, for example, if I come across this statement, one particular concept, list of values, then whether value we want to do it in our research as a one of the variable. So there is something called the health consciousness, leisure, somebody is doing on tourism, leisure, whether leisure subjective, leisure scale, social responsible consumption. So leisure is the anything related to social consumption. So I can connect to try to get what is that I want in my research. Even share your research also, the scale book will be useful. So whenever you have free time, try to go through the previous scales which are available. What do you want to do in your research? Okay, that is the first step. You need to have a pre-tested scale whenever you are using VOS, PLS, any software. Okay, R also. R if you are using, R any programming where you want to use structural equation modeling, you should go for this kind of scale. You should not use single item measure. You should not use your own scales. So that is the first step. Then I am using the same logic, and I have taken the 3 statements for your understanding. Same analysis. What is understanding? These 3 statements, PD1, PD2, PD3. I gave only the short form because I have to use it in the software. So software, if I put the full sentence, it will be difficult to print. So I put a simple notation: PD1, PD2, PD3. I call it as a price D. PD stands for price D. Price D is nothing but promotions. What is your opinion on promotion, product promotion? So these are all the things measured on a 5-point scale. Strongly agree, strongly disagree to strongly agree. Then, so the PD1, PD2, PD3 adopted scale, they are related to promotion. AD1, AD2, AD3, that is related to advertisement opinion. So 3 statements. For understanding diagram purpose, demo purpose, I put 3 each. Okay, easy for drawing the picture. PR1, PR2 related to price. So people get some opinion about price of the product based on the advertisement what they are seeing, based on the promotion what they are seeing. That is the idea. So price is one side, price is your final variable. Your price opinion is shaped by advertisement. Your price opinion influenced by promotion. Whenever you go to shop for your brand, you see that too many promotion. Then you feel whether the product is doing higher pricing. That is why they are giving many times their promotion. Sometimes you see the price is abnormal. You feel the advertisement, too many times they are showing advertisement. That is why the price is abnormal. So there is a connect between price and promotion. There is a connect between price and advertisement. So I consider 2 variables, PD1, PD2, PD3. That is one block. AD1, AD2, AD3 as one block. That is my something like my X1 and X2. So price is my Y variable. So I have Y variable, I have X1, X2. It is more like a regression analysis. Okay, SEM model, it is more like a regression. So theoretically, I know that advertisement influencing price. Theoretically, I know that promotion influencing price. So price is my final variable. I have 2 concepts. One is advertisement, another one is promotion. So advertisement and promotion influences price. So the question is, which is more important, which is less important. Then you will be having a lot of questions like whether male and female are they perceive things in a similar way or not. So these are all the questions which will be coming. So this is the process which I am trying to explore through AMOS. Okay, later we can use the PLS software. So I try to bring the same data set to AMOS software. So I have AMOS old version, new version immaterial. AMOS, I use still the old version, AMOS 24. So when I open an AMOS software, I will be getting a screen like this. The screen, all the icons which you are seeing here, they are all the icons for doing your analysis. So you have to, whatever be the analysis, it is unlike your SPSS. It is not a software. It doesn't have what is your X1, what is your X2. Nothing will be there. So you are having all the images which are there, small icons which are there. They are all the icons for creating your analysis. And there is a curtain or a wall or a paper. That is where you are going to draw. So I use this curtain for drawing the screen. So I want to have a connect between. So for example, I said I have my X variable. So I give the name for your understanding. I call it as the PD1, PD2, PD3 is one block. That is my X1. D. AD1, AD2, AD3, it is my add like X2.